Cheat code number 1. Never let yourself get too hungry. Here's what I observed about models and people that have been able to stay skinny is they don't let themselves get extremely hungry. They're eating small meals throughout the day because they know if they push it too much and they let themselves get too hungry, they could overdo it and overeat, and it just gets out of control. And I noticed this for myself as well. For example, I typically wake up pretty early around 5 a.m. and I start to get kind of hungry around 9 a.m. So that's usually when I have my first meal. And I'm not usually too hungry in the morning, so it's a small meal, but it's enough to satisfy me to reduce the hunger, feel satisfied, and wait until lunchtime. But I noticed in the past, if I tried to push it to like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or even later, that's when I was more likely to find myself overeating or feeling too hungry. And being too hungry or overeating would just stress me out. So it's just less stressful to have small meals throughout the day, keep my energy good, keep my blood sugar stable, and most importantly, stay at my goal weight. I've also found a nice balance with fasting and eating. So I try to stick to 3 hours or so in between meals where I'm not snacking. And then I naturally practice intermittent fasting. So I'm done eating around 6 o'clock at night, and then I'm not eating until 9 the next morning. Plus, with regular fasting in between meals and the long fast overnight, I find that I get much more mental clarity. I feel my best. It allows my body to digest and all the benefits of fasting. And it's nice to actually truly feel hungry before eating. The food tastes better and it's much more satisfying. By the way, if you would like me to help you achieve your goal weight and maintain it, my coaching link is in the description below. Cheat code number 2, move all day long. Yes, models do work out, but it's more about movement all day. So models are always going for walks, maybe even fidgeting, but they're definitely not sitting much. And all those little small movements consistently throughout the day add up to help burn body fat. You may have heard of the term NEAT, NEAT, which stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this burns way more calories than just going to the gym for 30 minutes. When your body's moving all day long, even just like talking and me moving my hands, it's burning up so many more calories. So you can eat more and stay lean. So for example, with me, some of the habits I like to do is every morning I start my day off with a 30 to 60 minute walk. I love getting my walks in. I listen to my inspirational podcasts or YouTube channels, and I get lots of fresh oxygen in my body. My heart rate increases. The blood is flowing. I got good mental clarity. I find that I get my best ideas on my morning walk. I love it. Plus, it keeps me lean. And then throughout my day, I try not to sit too much. So if I have a work meeting, I'm standing up. Or if I'm on the phone, I'm walking around with my phone, doing my daily house chores like laundry, the dishes, playing with my kids, vacuuming. I keep my body busy all throughout the day. When I go shopping, I park my car at the end of the parking lot so I can get more steps in. And all these things have become such a habit that I easily get 15,000 steps in a day. On a bad day, I'm getting 10,000 steps. And I really don't go to the gym too often. I go 3 times a week just to lift some weights for about 20 minutes. But it's more about those light movements every day. That's where the biggest calorie burn is going to come in. Cheat code number 3, staying hydrated. Dehydration can trick you into thinking that you're actually hungry, but you're actually just thirsty. So one thing models do is sip water throughout the day. And you don't want to go too overboard with water. I've noticed in the past when I tried to get like a gallon of water in a day, it can kind of deplete you of your body's natural electrolytes. So sips throughout the day is perfect. Sip water only when you feel you need it. Or tune in intuitively. Are you really hungry or are you actually thirsty? And try drinking some water or an electrolyte drink. Coconut water is actually a great natural electrolyte drink. Highly recommend that. There's also a brand that I like called Cure that has a natural source of like powdered electrolytes that you can put in your water. I'll put a link of that in the description below as well. But check in with yourself throughout the day, see how you're feeling, get those sips in, and you might find that it will help dramatically with your hunger. Cheat code number 4, keeping meals simple. Most models and influencers I've noticed keep things real simple and focus on just a few things. Lean protein, getting their veggies in, and then enjoying whatever else they want in moderation. Keeping it simple helps with decision fatigue. That way your mind is solely focused on what you're doing that day, how to feel your best, what foods to focus on, and then it becomes easy. I noticed for me when I started to shoot for 70% plant-based, so mostly veggies, some fruit, and then 10% lean animal protein, chicken, turkey, egg whites, shrimp, lobster, and then 20% anything else I wanted. So my cookies, cake, ice cream, snacks. That's when staying at my goal weight and feeling my best all worked out for me. Because I noticed eating a lot of veggies made me feel energized and good throughout the day. And having just a small piece of a cake instead of a lot of cake and a lot of cookies and a lot of garbage, which would make me feel tired afterwards, a small piece would make me feel okay and make me feel like I'm not being too restrictive. So my mind is focused daily on lots of veggies, a little bit of protein, and then a little bit of fun stuff. That keeps it super simple for me. Cheat code number 5, making sleep a top priority. Most people underestimate how important sleep is with weight loss. A lack of good quality sleep will mess with your hunger hormones and cause all kinds of cravings later on in the day. I notice for me, I feel my best when I get a regular good sleep of 7 to 8 hours every night. But I'm not perfect with it. Sometimes my sleep's a little off. And on days when I know I didn't get a good sleep, I'm much more kind to myself when 3 o'clock in the afternoon shows up and the craving monsters may come out. So on those days, I am not going to push myself to do a crazy to-do list. I'm going to try to get maybe an hour nap in if I can, but I'm going to be real easy with myself because I know if I push myself on days where I'm tired, the cravings will hit me hardcore and it becomes a battle to get through the day. So I would say be compassionate with yourself. If you find that your sleep's a little off or you get a little more stress going on in your life, be kind to yourself. Get good sleep if you can. It will make a huge difference, not only in your weight loss journey, but just in your mental health as well and your hormone health. And the last cheat code, number 6, which was the most important one for me, working through emotions instead of emotionally eating. This is a big one because we all go through pressure from time to time. It's part of the human experience. And unfortunately, getting food causes a dopamine spike in our brains. So when we're stressed out, our brain is just trying to protect ourselves, and eating is sometimes the easiest thing to get that dopamine high to make yourself feel better. Unfortunately, it can get out of control, and you could use food to numb yourself from the emotion that you're trying to work through. So finding other ways to cope with those uncomfortable emotions was key for me, with things that feel easy, like going for a walk, getting that fresh air in, getting your blood pumping a little bit more so you have some oxygen go into your brain. That way you can think more clearly and think of better solutions to whatever is bothering you. Or other coping strategies like journaling has been really helpful for me. Or deep breath work so you can relax your body and feel calm. That way you can think clearly and find better resolutions to the things that are bothering you. I also really enjoy EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, where you're tapping on certain acupressure points while stating the problem, and that helps lower your cortisol levels, your stress hormone, and you can think more clearly. And to be honest, I am not 100% good with the emotional eating. I still struggle from time to time, but I'm much better at managing it now. So just goes to show you, you don't have to be 100% perfect with your eating habits to be at your goal weight. I'm human too, so I still feel stress and anxiety and disappointment and all the things. And I still struggle from time to time to getting those cravings. I'll get images of cookies in my head and I feel like I can't get rid of them. But one of the things that has really helped me the most is being compassionate with myself, being kind to myself, not letting my inner critic run the show and say all these harsh things about me, and instead being a best friend in my mind and using some of the coping strategies that I talked about. So drinking some water, going for a walk, journaling, taking a break. Maybe I'm pushing myself too much. When I stopped beating myself up and started cheering myself on, that made such a huge difference. And I think that was the biggest contributor to me losing those 20 pounds pretty quick. So those are my 6 cheat codes to staying lean that I've learned from following models, influencers that promote a skinny lifestyle, and my bikini bodybuilding coaches. And you don't have to do all of them or be 100% perfect at all of them. Maybe start with 1 or 2 new habits that you think would help you the most on your journey. And if you would like me to help you on your journey, achieve your goal weight and learn how to maintain it easily, my coaching link is below. I have a 6-week coaching program where I work with you daily to help incorporate these habits, feel your best, and actually have a really good time and have fun during the weight loss journey. You can set up a call with me and we'll go over your specific obstacles, your goals, and create a plan that's going to put this all together for you. And if you want to hear my honest advice on how to actually lose weight, check out this video next.